Hey there, guys. It's me, PI7, and yeah, let's watch some baseball. You know why? Because why not? Let's watch some baseball, and I'm gonna start a new season. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Not like I'm gonna miss it anyway. I know this game is like years old, but I don't care. Because I'm going as the then California Angels, also known as Anaheim now. And as I'm doing this, considering what I'm doing, yeah, this is going to be an LP update. Alright, so I did a little cleaning up of my channel. And what I did was play ball. Anyway, what I did was I did a bit of cleaning up during earlier tonight. And yes, I am making track of what I'm doing now because why not? I'm going to be quite busy with some other things. But yeah, about what I'm doing now. I did a little change in the lineup because of this month and what's coming in. So therefore, a few things you want to know. About Kiko Cubicle and Fire Emblem. Kiko Cubicle I'm going to do in December. So do not worry, my friends, if you're looking for Kiko Cubicle. I'm going to put him back in the Eskimo tent with Popo and Nana and see what develops there. Hopefully not a cold reception. But yeah, Kiko Cubicle, he's going to be put in December. Now, for Shining Force Legacy, I'm also going to put that on rest mode at least until December because that too is a December game. And because I started in December, I'm going to finish that in December. However, I'm going to finish the Game Boy Advance version, Resurrection, this month. As well as me going to finish Lunar Eternal Blue, because there's not that much of it left. And since I'm organizing everything, yes, every game will have its own playlist. So like Lunar the Silver Star will have its own playlist, Eternal Blue will have its own playlist, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest will have its own playlist, and so forth. The list goes on and on. But yeah, everything will have its own playlist. Now, will I do that for the arcade games? Possibly, yes. I will do that for the arcade games. However, I'm still going to be doing Let's Plays for a good while. Now, I did some thinking about what I should do in the near future, and what I'm currently working on right now are the comic book games. These will entail the ones you've never heard of. Like the Wild West Cowboys and Moon Mesa, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Those are the ones you've never seen, you've never heard before, but you have heard them in some format. So when Comic Book Month comes in from like about a week from now, going to be a lot of comic book games that you have never seen. Plus, I share a few personal things with me and comic books. So, stories aside, it's going to be a great month. Aside from that, July is anime month. So that's the reason why I call it Kamikine. It's comic and anime. It's comic books and anime. So therefore, you put the two together, you get kamikane. Anyway, yes, that's what I plan to do. Aside from that, after the anime, well, rather the kamikane features on my channel, I am officially going on a short hiatus. And that will entail from the month of July to September. Now, in September, I plan on doing something. I plan on bringing back what I did the first September of my start of, well, doing playthroughs and LPs. The one thing I plan to do is, well, I'm going to do Tokusatsu Month. Formerly the Sailor Senshi Month, but now I'm going to basically call it Tokusatsu Month. Because really, why not? Because really, Tokusatsu, Sentai, it all needs some love. So, a few titles you know, and a few titles, mostly you'll know, but I will be changing them for the sake of Tokusatsu Month. Now, as for the listing, I don't know, but I'm still working on it. But just notice, it's going to be good, it's going to be awesome, and you're going to love it. Or at least I expect you to love it, or however else. But in any case, it's going to work out. Another thing is, I know many of you who have saw my compilation of Game Boy Advance games, you're kind of wondering, am I going to do Pokemon? I know one person is, but I know many of you might be wondering if I'm ever going to do a Pokemon game. The answer to that is yes, I will be doing a Pokemon game. Whether it's a Game Boy Advance game or probably a DS game, because I do have a DS emulator. So if I may do one, I'll do one. As long as it doesn't crash and it does save, it's okay. But otherwise, yes, I will be doing Pokemon. That is added to the list. I just need to know which one I personally want to do, and of course I want to also hear what you think about Pokemon, which, I mean, if I get enough people who say, well, I would like this and this, whichever Pokemon version, all except for the classic version. I'm not doing classic, I'm only doing the more up-to-date versions. You know, like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and so forth. Yeah. Let's see. Another one of my LPs that I put on the back burner is Phantasy Star End of the Millennium. Now, you're kind of wondering about that because I started on it, but I never did finish. Well, the thing is this, I am going to finish it. I'll probably do that during my hiatus, though. Because even though I will not be posting anything, I can still work on it, and then, perhaps I may do something else. So I may do Phantasy Star while I'm on a hiatus. Therefore, it will be continuing. Let's see. Another thing I might be... Well, let's see. I can say this. Another thing I might be doing will probably be more Sega CD games. Now, the only two I've done so far are the Lunar series. I'm hoping to do more, but since the Sega CD's library of games are pretty limited, well, it doesn't give me much to really work with, so I'll just be randomly picking stuff out of the Sega CD library. The same with the TurboGrafx 16. I haven't done much about TurboGrafx 16, let alone just one game that I completed, which was Crater Maze. And I will be doing one game from there for Kamikane. I'm not telling you what it is, but you probably know about it. And it is based off an anime. So yeah, I plan to do a lot of that. I mean, there are a lot of anime games, out there, but I only want to work with the ones I pretty much have a good knowledge of. I mean, I don't want to be picking stuff and just randomly not say anything about it. So yeah, it's not much to really ask for, but that's what I'm going to be doing for, and well, that's what I'm going to be showcasing during July. Like I said, perhaps maybe throughout the rest of July to September, I'm going to be on hiatus. So therefore, I'm hoping to get everything up before I go on hiatus. Let's see. Next gen LPs. I've been thinking quite a good deal about next gen. What I may do is, since I have Dazzle, I'll probably get something like a laptop, and of course some extra wires. Took my TV up to said laptop, and of course decide which console I'm going to do, because right now I only have two consoles, and those two consoles are Wii, GameCube, and PlayStation. With Wii being the mediator between the two consoles, yeah, I only have three. I take that back. I do have Sega CD. I mean, not Sega CD, Sega Saturn. I do have Sega Saturn, but what I need are the actual wires. See, I don't have no wires to it, so therefore the Saturn's just sitting there. But I do have some good games on it, so it would be nice to do a Saturn LP straight from the console. It'd be nice. But, you know, that goes without saying, if I can pull it off. If I can pull it off, that'd be great. If not, well, it's just not gonna work. But anyway, what else is there besides next gen Let's Plays? Well, the games on it. You know, there's some interesting games I could pretty much want to do, or rather like to do. But you know, that all counts on what I want to do, because there are a lot of games I want to really pull off. Like, for instance, I want to do the Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors series. I'd like to do House of the Dead Overkill. Gunblade New York, LA Machine Guns. And if you see my my first episode of Off the Headset, yeah, you see I have a whole mess of PlayStation 2 games. So I'd also like to LP Star Ocean Till the End of Time and Fantasy Star Universe. Trust me, the first two, they're awesome. in any sense, I'd like to do a lot more in my LPs, but I really need the proper equipment to do so, so that's what I'm hoping for. My projects. Aside from LPs, I am doing certain projects. Now, two of the optional projects I plan to do is the anime perspective, and that's going to be in July. And during July, you know, it's anime month, so I'll be focusing a lot on Anime Expo. So yeah, you'll be getting live footage from Anime Expo, and quite possibly, you know, give you a little history on anime and the pioneers of the business. That means shows too. So yeah, another thing I plan to do is plan to show some manga because I have a few mangas that I obtained when I was in Japan, and I have not shown them off. And yes, they're based off video games, so I'd like to show them off pretty soon. If not now, then probably next month, like within a week or so. But I need to get every page up so I can perhaps make a collaboration of sorts, make it a video, put some music into it, all that good stuff like that. That'd be great. Other than that, I have no other projects. Next quarter, I plan to do something different. I plan to do something more. I plan to do more games from NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and whatnot. But, I like to do a little more besides doing the older games. But I like to do something with, the more modern day approach. So, it's like I'd still want to do reviews about certain games. Certain games that people have probably never heard of, or they probably heard of but never tried getting or never knew existed or whatever. I would like to do stuff like that and just show you, exactly what the game's like and everything else. All that good stuff like that. So next quarter things are going to change on the URG channel. My Pookie Izzy 7 channel. So therefore, yes, things are going to change on that channel. Whole lot of new stuff will be coming in, and I'm quite excited about that. The next thing I want to talk about is devices. Devices, like I said, I plan to get more of because, like I said, I have a camera now. So I'd like to, if I was going to do something live, like show you a game that probably hasn't been seen or, many few have seen, I plan to show a lot more, but I need, like I said before, proper equipment. Proper equipment entails that I get a tripod, a larger memory card capacity, like 36 or 16 to 36 gig worth of memory. I'll probably get a different kind of memory card because really I like to upload everything via memory card and not use the camera. Because that way, look through it, click, skim and everything else. Plus, I can do a lot more through the camera than I would with the actual. I would do a lot more through the card than I would do with the actual camera, rather. So, yeah, it'd be pretty nice. Aside from that, yeah, I'm looking into getting a few more things like I mentioned before, a laptop. Because a laptop be great, because since I'm also a writer as well as a Let's Player, I'd like to have most of my work on laptop, and I like to work on them when I'm not really doing LPs or anything like that. So that way, I can get more work done and plus more books because that's what I do when I'm not doing this. I'm a writer. So, more books mean more income. More income mean I can do a lot more with what I'm doing now. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Another thing, I like. Oh, yeah. Not another thing, but I think the last thing I want to talk about is reality issues. We all have them. We just don't mention them. In this case, for me, being that I am part of a, community, you know, the one thing I plan to do, aside from LPs, is I plan on doing something different in my life. Like perhaps moving out, having my own apartment, that sort of thing. However, whenever that will happen. So I can possibly have more time to do my books and, of course, more LPs. Because I treat doing Let's Plays as a job, but it's more like something I enjoy as being as it being a job. So it's like I'm what you might call a speedrunner type of LPer, because I like to do things within a certain time limit. So therefore, I like to challenge myself with certain games. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Of course, another thing you want to know is the month coming up. Well, a lot of different. How should I say? A lot of different issues will be coming up. Like for one, there's going to be E3, but I'm not going to be focusing on E3. I'm going to be focusing on next door, in which there is going to be a special for Sonic the Hedgehog. Since they're releasing Sonic Generations, I'll be there with camera in hand, getting some of the footage there, because I will be there for a good while, at least like 3 good hours. And then I had to, look through the footage, see if the stuff is good or not. But it is gonna be live, and yes, I will be there. Another thing I plan to do, oh yes, which I should have mentioned project, but yes, as a special bundle LP, I plan to do the original 3. I intend to do the Sonic trilogies on said birthday. Because why not? I mean, I love Sonic 2, and you'll hear the reasons why I like Sonic, or love him, or whatever you like to call it. But trust me, it's all safe and it's all decent. Let's see. Another issue I will also have during next month is that if I haven't mentioned this before, I'm going to mention it in better detail. My niece and nephew are going to be married. And therefore, I will be invited to their wedding. And their wedding is in Long Beach. And I've been invited as a special guest because, hey, I'm part of their family. So, yeah, I'm going to be pretty busy. Aside from that, my book will be in circulation, and it's entitled Legacy of the Seven Stars. It will be in bookstores everywhere, online and off. And it's under the name of Ichigo Mosco, which is my pen name. Or if not, it's going to be under my real name. I'm not giving that out. But it will be under the name Ichigo Mosco. That's all you're going to get. But I mean, if you really want to know, check my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. Just look under PookieIzzy7. You'll see my name there. You won't see my YouTube name, but you'll see my real name. I'm not giving that out. Anyway. Yeah. Aside from everything I mentioned, I will also be at AX since I'm here in good old California A. I will be doing that as well. So it's quite a bit of, goings on that will be happening. So yeah, I'm going to be quite busy on and off doing Let's Plays and whatnot. But I think I've said enough because, well, I think I'll let this game run on long enough, and plus I really want to watch this at my own leisure. So in this case, I hope you have enjoyed this Let's Play update for May, June, July. I will probably have a whole new list of games that I'll probably do. But yes, I have a whole list of completed games, and I will probably make a new list of games that I'll probably be thinking up during my break or whenever or whatever hits me at the time. So, in the meantime, this has been the Tenkaichi of Gaming. PI7, otherwise known as PookieIzzy7. And this was, of course, Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So with that, I'm going to say my team sucks, but I don't really care. This is only a video game, and plus I'm only watching it. So until the next time of whatever game I plan to do or finish or whatever, I have been the number one under the sun of game. I am the number one son of gaming. And for this report, I pretty much am out.